Killer, 23 days since we last took to the field. What have you been up to with the boys?
Quite a lot. As discussed previously, we had a bit of a mini pre-season, so we put a lot of work into the lads in the two previous weeks before this game week. We had a don't quit session. I think the footage has gone out on that, and a real tough week. Developing our physical and mental toughness, and doing a lot of work under fatigue and pressure, and then just developing and implementing my game model, and just some little subtle changes like notebooks in review and meeting room, some stuff to the culture. We've done some couple more connection meetings, and just to strengthen that group on and off the field. So yeah, we're happy with the work we've done, and we're all very happy now. It's a game week as well. I'm sure the supporters and echo that sentiment.
You brought in young Sam Akroyd from Bradford. How's he fitting in?
Yeah, he's been great. He probably regretted coming in when we did have 3 weeks without a game. Like I say, it's been quite tough. I think he's played for Bradford Reserves in that period as well, which is good for him because they played Wigan. So one of the toughest games he could play. He's been really good. He's settled in. We've looked at him with a couple of different spine options and some combinations. We just feel he gives us something different to the halves we've got at the moment. He's in the 21 this week, and he's pushing for an opportunity.
You're up against Workington Town this weekend. Johnny Gall is their coach. A coach you know well.
Yeah, listen, I coached Workington a couple of times last year for Whitehaven, and he had a real tough year, off the field, and so he had some difficulties as well. And he's a great support for me, and hopefully, he felt that same from me as well. He's a really good coach, well experienced at this level, and he's done a couple of the Cumbrian sides now, and they're looking really strong. They're up there. I think they've only lost one game, and they've won games and drawn, and the game they lost was in the cup, so in the league that they're unbeaten. They've got over Whitehaven recently in a Cumbrian derby. They've been to Rochdale and won, and turned over Swinton a couple of weeks ago, which is no mean feat. They've come here and won and beat Crusaders last week, so they're in red hot form, and he's got them playing, and it's going to be a really difficult game. We're expecting the best version of Workington, and that's what we want. We want that. It should be a good game.
You alluded there to teams knocking off teams that you kind of probably wouldn't expect, really. The league's very, very close, isn't it, as everybody sort of predicted at the start of the year?
Yeah, I said this to the Keighley News journalist earlier on in the week. It's probably the toughest League One it's been for a long while, and it needs to be with those playoffs at the end of the season. Whoever makes that top four will have a red hot crack at that with the bottom four of the championship sides. For us, that's a little bit further down the track. We've just got to concentrate on the present and put some form together and some consistency in our performances, and if we do, we can be right in that mix as well.
Is that something you look at, or is it a distant goal at the moment, just looking at the end of the season playoffs?
Listen, we want to be there. The club needs to be there, the stature of the club, the roster we've got also. But no, it is just something we straight back. We've got to go week to week, session to session, really stay in the present, and that stuff will look after itself. We've got a couple of games and then a whole fresh round where we play everyone that we've played once already. So we're just looking forward to them challenges, and if we can improve, and we need to improve on the previous performances and results, then we'll be up there. That'll look after itself.
Brilliant, thank you.